everyone, welcome back to our channel. In the previous lesson, we learned how to print a normal message in Python, right? And in today's session, we will continue exploring some fundamental Python concepts. Our topic for this lesson is variables, what they are, how we can use them effectively. Okay, so let's start. We are using PyCharm as an ID, variables. In Python's variables are used to store data that can be referenced and manipulated in your program. Okay. A variable is a essential, a name that point to a particular value in the memory. And in Python, as per the Python standard, there are certain rules that you have to follow, right? For the naming convention of variables. Those rules are must start with a letter or underscore, not a number. Meaning if you are creating a variable with the test, right, it's valid. If you are creating it like underscore test, it's valid. If you are creating it like hash, that's for comment, right? Hash is for commenting. I'm showing you in a comment section only. If you're creating a variable like 34 test, it's invalid. Okay, so variable name must start with a letter or underscore, not with the number. Okay, this is the first rule. Second rule is can contain only letter, number, and underscore. Okay, only these three can are eligible in the variable name. Apart from this, any special characters are not allowed in the variable names. Okay, and variable names should not be the reserve words. Okay, reserve words are like if statement, while, for loop. These you can't use as a variable name. And the final rule is Python is a case sensitive, right? We all know that. So if you are creating a variable name as test and in caps test, both are having a different value. Okay, both are different variables. Although both are valid, right? But both are pointing to a different memory location. If we are storing some value into the lowercase test, it has different value, and the capital test, it has different value. Okay, let's continue further by creating a new variable. The best feature of Python is you don't need to declare the type of the variable explicitly. Okay, Python determines it automatically. For an example, let's suppose I am creating a variable a. Okay, so I am putting value 10 inside this. So by default, Python will get it as an integer. You don't need to define the value of type of the variable as integer or float, right? So this is the Python feature that it allow you to work independently without declaring so much of extra efforts. Let's suppose I am creating a new variable, first name, and I am adding Python. Okay, so it automatically detected type as a string. If I am creating a variable price, let's suppose 99.99. Okay, so it automatically detects as a float and is active like I have created. I want to check. Then I'm storing is as true, meaning the user will is active or not. So I'm putting true so that the user is active. So Python will take it as a boolean. Okay. So why we use variable? The next concern is why we use variables, right? We are using variables to store calculation so that we can display or use a calculation in between the program, right? That's right. If you are calculating some marks or average or anything, you need to store it somewhere so that you can use it in the further program or for the conclusions, right? That's why we are using variables. Let's start with a normal sum function. Okay, let's suppose I have created a variable 5, a as in 5. Make sure to have a proper indentation in the Python because indentation is everything in Python. So you can see the benefit of using Python and PyCharm is I have already declared a variable a as 10 and I'm redeclaring it. That's why it is showing a yellow line under this. Okay, so let's suppose I am taking a value b as 5. Okay, and I'm taking value c as 4. Okay, so further what I'm doing is sum. I'm creating a new sum variable which has the value of both these variables a plus b. Okay, so this is a normal arithmetic operation. We are just adding two numbers. So in the processing time, what it will do, it will point to the value of a and the value of b. So value of a is 10 and the value of b is 5. Let's add c as well. Okay, so now it will add all the values. Okay, so as an output, what we have 10 plus 5 plus 4, that is 19. So let's print this value. The sum is sum. Okay. Okay, let's execute this code only. I have selected the code that I want to execute. After selecting, click on this green button to run the program. Okay, it has some error. Just wait for a minute. Okay, the issue is okay. I have executed the main file. I need to run this file only. So select current file from here. Select the code that you want to print because I don't want to print this message again and click on this execute button. So see, we have executed this and the sum is 19. We have the sum of the variable as 19. Let's proceed further. So the next topic is changing the value of a variable. Okay. Let's suppose I have created variable x and I am putting the value 10 inside the variable. Let's print the value of variable. Okay. Any guesses what it will print? It will print 10, right? And let's suppose I have changed the value of x. Now I am putting 20 in the x variable. Let's print the value of x. Okay. Now execute this. Okay, let's execute the whole file. See what it is printing? The value of x is 10 and the value of x is 20, right? Because I have assigned it. So why we use this? Why we reassigning the value? So an example is, let's suppose you have a bank balance or anything yet you whatever you are doing calculation, right? So let's suppose you have an initial balance of 10, right? And after some deposits and withdrawals, we want the balance to be updated, right? So that's why we have to reinitialize the value of a variable based upon some calculations or the static value as per our requirement. Okay. The next topic is assigning multiple variables. This is a feature of Python. Let's suppose I want to assign multiple values into multiple variables. As here I have assigned b is equal to 5, c is equal to 4, x is equal to 10, then x is equal to 20. So it's a 4 line of code, right? If I want to do everything in a single line, what I can do? I can simply do that takes a new variable q, w, e, r. Let's suppose I have taken these four. Okay. And I am putting value in these 2, 4, and 6. Okay. Let's print the value of these variable. Value of q is q. So I am just copying and copy pasting the value W E R. W, oh, sorry, where is the cursor? E, then here is R. Okay, let's execute this program. So see, the value of Q is 2, W is 3, E is 4, and R is 6. Meaning we can simultaneously assign values to multiple variables to reduce the line of code. There is no other benefits. It's just we can reduce the line of code and we can declare in a one go. But yes, make sure the number of arguments and the number of variables are same. Like if you are creating a 4 variables here, then 4 values should be there. Otherwise, it will take the variable initialization as a null or a garbage value. Got it? So in the same way, if you want to give any variable a same value, let's suppose I am calculating the average, mean and median, right? So I want to give every variable initially same value because we most of the time we use the initialization for these some variable average as in 0, right? So I am using as in 0 for all, 0. Okay. If we print the value, okay, we already have some variable. So what I'm doing is total, total sum. Okay. So we are assigning 0 to all the 3 variables. Now let me print the value. Value of total sum, value of average, total sum, mode. Okay. So you can see value total sum is 0, average is 0, and the mode is 0. Now let's suppose I am adding the value total sum is equal to whatever we have in the total sum plus 50. Okay. So let's print again the total sum. See, we initialize all the variables in one go as 0. But after doing some calculation, I have changed the value of total sum. I have added total sum plus 50 I have added in this. Okay. When I'm printing the value of total sum, it is having the updated value. But the other two, it has the same value because we are not changing it, right? So initializing multiple variables at the same time doesn't means all are getting changed with one another. Okay, I hope these concepts are clear to you. So that's it for today. We have learned about variables, the rules for variables, how we can assign multiple variables and the value we can change, how we can reassign the value, right? So you can practice these and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.